Hi guys, and welcome again to the session of Odoo Insider. This time I have with me Emanuele Maruzzi. Thanks for joining, Emanuele.
Thanks for inviting me.
As always, we are going to tackle a few with a moustache.
Yes.
Moustache Emanuele. That's a new upgraded version.
Exactly.
And you don't see the whole haircut, by the way. Upgraded version as well.
I hope it don't make a lot of noise with the mic, but yeah.
No, it's okay. I'm pretty sure. But I sometimes cough during the thing, so I'm always apologizing because I know it's not super cool to hear that, but sometimes you cannot control it. Okay, so we have a few things that we wanted to discuss. I know that last time, the one with Mapbox that we are going to show today, I think it comes from a question that I received. Initially, it was about some distance from one place to another, and then there was mapboxing, and I didn't want to investigate there because I know that it would take me some time. Yes. So you prepared a little something on Mapbox?
A little investigation on it, and maybe what we can do, what we cannot do using the standard Mapbox integration, and then maybe we can see what we could possibly do to extend it. So for people that don't know it, when you are in Odoo and in the settings, you have something called map routes. I have my own token. You don't see it all, otherwise you can use my own credit card, so don't copy it. It goes a little bit further. So
okay, so because I was going to say that could retype it, but
exactly.
That's good. Okay.
Yes, exactly. And I will
they can guess the last charts. I don't know how many there are, but
I hope there's a lot. But I will delete it after. Don't try.
Okay.
And in Mapbox is it's a website that you can log into. I will just show the example. You have this interface once you're logged in, and you set up your token and things, you can just copy it. I cannot really go into there because I don't know exactly what I will see, and I don't want to show the full token. But yeah, you can subscribe, you can use your credit card, and the and Mapbox will allow you to see in like, for example, in the field service map. If I go there and I open the map, I will be able to see for the given task that I have today where I need to go.
Okay.
So for example, here I chose 2 places in Brussels, and Mapbox will tell me, okay, I have to first start from here and then follow the route and go to the Royal Palace. That's pretty basic, and so this is a combination of what Odoo can do and what Mapbox allows us to do. If I don't have, and I will maybe quickly remove it, if I don't have the token, and then I go back to, let me maybe just to be sure to refresh, I shouldn't be able to see the map.
Okay.
You see that also the map is different. I just see the 2 points. They are in order. So one is where I should go first, and the second one is the next one. And if I open the map, maybe I can also zoom it a little bit more. You can see, well, this is an inherited view.
Yes.
I open the parent one. It is just using some JavaScript classes to change a little bit the behavior, but that's not interesting. Again, I have to go.
Okay.
All right.
Several steps.
Perfect. You see here that, and maybe I have to open it in the other one. So let's see how this ties to what you see in the view. By default, the map, which is a specific type of view in Odoo, and you can find it in here. Let me zoom in a little bit more and remove this one. So in the it's the, let's say, the advanced version, which is called Web Map. It's in the enterprise repository, and it's useful to create maps, interactive maps for partners. And that's a very important topic, because when I was trying to I don't know, for people that maybe might not remember, we have a repository on GitHub that I will link after, where you can find all the code that we do here. And some months ago, maybe a year ago, we did something called cell order location. In the cell order location, what you can do is to click on it, and it will find the current location of the user. We
did that like during the show? Yeah,
yes.
I don't remember. I have a bad memory. But
yeah,
so that's what.
For example, of people working in vineyards and.
Okay.
So
long distances.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And what I wanted to show, but that's not really feasible, is to, for example, use the longitude and latitude that you can set manually, maybe, and put that into a map.
Okay.
The thing is that the map view in Odoo, by default, is really looking for a REST partner. So for a
okay.
contact.
Yes.
So that could be annoying. I think we can have some workarounds for that. For example, you could create contacts in, let's say, on the fly. When you click on the button, you assign the latitude and longitude for a given contact. You create a contact and you assign it based on where you are. But yeah, that's maybe kind of limited. I think there's ways around that, but they are not as easy. But yeah, so the map view, let's go back to this one. You see here that if we are in the project task, we say which field represents the current contact. And then you can sort the records. Okay. So for example, in this case, there's a sequence, and then there's a...
That will be for the little pins that we are
yes,
going
exactly.
here? Okay.
So if I go back to here, you see that they are sorted by the sequence. So in this case, they are the same. And then the plan date begin.
Okay.
So this one starts at 4, so
Okay.
I have to go there first. And if I remove the filters, and if I have other tasks, which might not be the case, but I can create a quick one. If I duplicate
Yes.
this one, and maybe I'll assign someone else. I don't have someone. I will create save and save. Just that's it. Okay.
Yeah, an email isn't necessary.
Example.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I save it. So this is not my own task.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll not see here. But if I remove it, and I didn't plan it, so it will appear
with the same time as the first one that you copied it from. So okay.
So, but if I go there and change, I don't know, put it today, but at 9, that's perfect. So 9 from 9 to 10, 9 to 10. That should be.
Yeah, it's little glitch with the.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Double click there.
All right. So now I don't see it here. If I remove it, I will see it as the first one of the day because it's in the same location.
Yeah. So we see both pins overlapping each other.
Exactly. Because I put them very close. But if I can go there, and open it and change it and say that this is not. And let me put 12.
But if you do that, you change for both at the same time, no? Because the first one is linked to the same address.
True. So, yeah.
You'll have to.
Let me do. It was
I'm checking at the same time how good you know the city of Brussels. Checking the name of the streets, it comes like this. You're not from Brussels,
no. But yeah, I just check. I mean, I live in Brussels, but I don't know all the
streets. Yeah.
All the streets. So let me see. Okay,
that's different.
Now we have something. Repair something. Why is it at 12? I think I moved stuff around, which I shouldn't have. But
yeah, well, you only have this one now. I guess you would have to go back to the.
Yeah, repair something, but this is test. I have to maybe go back there and remove all the filters.
And then
this is in Avenue de Trevura 9, 12. That's a mistake because actually it's in Ever.
Okay.
That could be the issue, and probably the fact that we're not using Mapbox anymore might also cause issues, but. See, it just doesn't want to work. Locating new addresses because we don't use Mapbox anymore. I could go back. I think I have it in here if we really want to do that, which can be interesting. So map, because I have two databases just.
Okay. So you're copying it from one database to the other because it was fast, and I guess that some people didn't see you switch from one to the other.
Exactly. This is a database that I created yesterday on Odoo Online. That's why you see also the free trial. But I have it also locally. And now we see it. And if I remove my task,
you have the 1, 2, 3. Yes,
yeah,
we
exactly.
see it
they
there.
Are close, and then at some point they just merge together. But yeah, so the map is like the map box is something that you can also use in other views. For example, by default you have it. So now I have map box, and I already changed it here. But if you go in a normal view that doesn't use the routing, you will see that you simply have the pins around. And for example, if your model, your development uses a contact, what you can do is create a map view, which is very simple, which is like a single line where you say, this is a map, the field pointing at the contact, as we are in the contact, it's the ID.
The ID itself, okay.
And then you can say routing 0 or 1 to say that you want a route to appear between the different contacts that you're looking at right now. Obviously, if you're checking the contacts by themselves, it might not be useful to see how you can go from one to the other, but in the field service you can do that. It's maybe not super easy to extend. That's something that I wanted to check, but I couldn't find a way to, for example, pass the longitude and latitude, or a list of longitude and latitudes as parameters to the view to do that. So I don't know, just say I think this is the field for the latitude, this is the field for the longitude, and just display them. This is something that in the standard map view you don't have. That doesn't mean that you cannot extend it. It might not be the, let's say, easiest development that people might do, but you can really go and do that. There's a module named web map where this is defined.
Okay.
And in this one we can also see that there's a neutralized script, because if you copy the token, or you duplicate the database, the token created with Mapbox will be deleted, because maybe you don't want to waste requests, because after a while I guess that they have a kind of a large free tier in Mapbox, but if you use it too much you will start paying for that. Yeah.
All right, and so I've seen that in the different, not options, but uses that you can have on Mapbox. Some people even try sometimes to compute the different, let's say, if you want to get the kilometers from one point to another, you could get that by calling, or it's not there in Odoo, but you could get extra things from the Mapbox API.
Yeah, and as we have the token, we can very likely do that. I think we just need to...
We need to find, in the documentation that they have. Okay.
Mapbox, mobile, upload, vector ties, rendering. I think we can.
Navigation, okay.
Direction. There's something called optimize vehicle.
EV charge finder. Okay.
Oh, that's
yeah.
interesting. Add interactive search. Probably there's something there. This is the movement, because for sure you could do a very basic distance between points by using the latitude and longitude, because there's some formulas.
Yeah.
But that's like the bird flight.
Yes.
That's not it. And we need to find it. Calculate optimal driving, walking. We need to just look for something that sounds. Profile, routing profile, alternatives. Optional parameter.
So it would be get distance between two. Trying to see if I can find it. Measure distance Mapbox GLGS. Yes, but that's in JavaScript. Yes, everything that you had to do on your side was JavaScript also.
Exactly. This is just plain JavaScript. Okay. There's nothing else, because we are also using Leaflet, which is a library that helps us render the map.
Okay.
But we can still use the we could, and there's I think that in the Odoo Insider repository there's some examples of that, of using some JavaScript code to do some computation if, for example, a library is not available in Python. And I don't know if we have it here, but you can potentially push the computation from Odoo to the client, and it's doable. Or you can, well, we can also look it up. The distance container, I think we can, you could copy this one and using the token that you have. And
yes, okay.
Click points and map to create a lines that feature, okay. All right, so...
all right, but this one is also as a bird's fly.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't do. I think it's one of the parameters that you can set here, because I think you can
line
from
string
add layer. We measure points. I think one of the parameters is instead of using points,
okay.
you can use
The road.
exactly.
Okay.
It's not super easy, and probably from my point of view, if I have to do it in Odoo, I would probably do it in Python, maybe using
Okay.
another library to do that.
Ah, that's it. So you wouldn't go directly from Mapbox because we use it already with.
Exactly.
Okay.
We can probably, but as a interface for Odoo, I think it's easier to just use because maybe they have some. Yeah, probably you can still call the. Yeah, actually, you can probably do that. You can still call it from Python instead, and it's much
Okay.
easier than do it from JavaScript to do some.
But you mean using Python to call Mapbox or using Python
Yeah,
to call even another service?
Yeah, oh, both.
Okay.
Like I think that maybe with Mapbox, because actually they have they should have like endpoints that you can use to call, and I would call them from Python to maybe not do that interactive map, because
Yes.
in that case you need to use JavaScript. But I would say that for the normal use cases of in Odoo, using Python and going into Mapbox looking for I don't know, like maybe you can have distances, maybe as an extension to the map view itself. Maybe here, maybe you can say this is the time to arrive, and maybe you can compute the distance between the 2 points.
Okay, just
with a computed field. That might probably explode the API usage
cost. Yeah.
So maybe that's not the let's say the best approach to use, but it's something that you can do. I don't think it's like the easiest development to do, or at least the development might not be super complex, but maybe it doesn't have that good ROI on what you do compared to what you achieve, because I would say maybe if you actually do delivery all day long, you can use it to see if something is completely unachievable, because if you see the
it takes too long.
Exactly, because of what we have now, like it doesn't tell me if this is impossible, because if I go in the task and I say repair something else, I say it doesn't start at 16 but it starts at like 17:45 and it ends at 6, and the other one starts at 6.
Yeah, okay.
It's technically impossible to go from one place to the other. I don't have any warning.
Yeah, okay, that's it. Correct.
So that's something that maybe you can extend, maybe giving a warning if you create maybe it's more interesting if you create or change the planned date on a task, to use Mapbox to see, okay, you change the task, but look, the assigned person cannot reasonably do that because
there's too much time to get from one point to the other. You could have maybe, I don't know if Mapbox has some information like traffic.
Yeah,
like
they do have. If I go here, there was something about traffic data.
Yeah.
So you can really
I have something live, or say, okay, I will travel there tomorrow at that time. It's rush hour, so I know it's going to be all right. Good.
So that's something. I mean, it's very theoretical, but it's something that you can possibly do with Mapbox or any other type of service. I mean, by default, you have already the integration with that. So with the integration with the map and the token, you can reuse the token in Python to perform some operations and fetch, for example, distances between points, raise warnings if you create a field service task. Again, this might come with extra cost because we are using an external service, and they make you pay for the usage. So after a while, you will need to
okay. Maybe I have a few questions related to that. Let's imagine that on your side, do you have, as a developer, some metrics? Because we use Mapbox in standard, but we don't offer much in terms of interaction between Odoo and Mapbox in terms of messages or the use of their API. Let's imagine that we have a client that says, "Oh, I would like you to integrate this that feature with Mapbox." Do you have a way from what the client demands to find a number in terms of days of time it would take to manage per message that you send or you receive? Do we have something like that, like averages or metrics?
For this type of integration, I would say that I'm trying to think about maybe the previous use case, like how can you raise a warning with that. I would say that in 1-2 days you can probably do that.
Okay.
You just most of the time might be spent on a way to find the right API endpoint from Mapbox, and then maybe what we can do is maybe to optimize it further, because for example, if you have like, I don't know, 10 clients that are always in the same area, maybe you can store some common routes and times between 2 points so that you don't also overload the API of Mapbox.
Okay.
And, the cost doesn't explode. But by default, I don't think it's too complex. Probably any of even the directions API or the map matching or one of these endpoints can be used to okay, there's also so let's see.
Okay, that you test it.
You have routes, and maybe you have also, okay, you have the response. Now this is just the 2 routes. One route 2. This is the 2 routes, and yeah, you have the duration.
Okay.
So
This
potentially, this one is already a good candidate because you also have 2 different routes that you can use, and probably there's a small differences between the 2. So this one is 997 seconds, which is very, very precise. This one is 1148. So this is something that you can, this endpoint, which is I don't remember, directions API, is already useful. Probably different endpoints have also different costs because they might be more costly for them to operate. But yeah, you also have an optimization API, which is good if you want to maybe sort.
Okay. I see pickup, delivery, and logistics. Okay,
Yeah.
but then you need. We need to dive a bit more into the optimization to know what is inside the truck. Do they manage that also?
Exactly.
But okay, that's good. I see a few questions that are mostly functional. Maybe we have the one from MSA. It was about, if you scroll up a little bit, yes, this one, about analytic accounts on the manufacturing order, which was available in version, prior to version 18, and guiding on how to find this feature. As today is more like a technical session rather than a functional, I will give you some helpers, but if you still have this one next week, we can cover this. One way you can see that is that you have analytic distribution fields. Maybe you want to dive into that. Perfect. I'm going to guide you. Yes. All right. So we need to install the manufacturing. We need to install and go in the configuration of the accounting and look for.
Maybe you want to sit in version 18 and not because I was using it for 18.4.
It would be the same, I think. But otherwise, demo environment is good. But both would work the same way.
Okay.
Once MRP, so manufacturing, is installed, you can install. Of course, you have the accounting, I suppose, if you ask me this question. And in the accounting, you have the analytic accounting that you can check. So that is for the basic setup. And after that, the information where you will, the place where you will find the right information is, yes, so accounting, good, is on the work center, the work order, and the manufacturing order. And in fact, there are 2 ways you can explore that, either by clicking, trying to find, okay, that checkbox was at that place last version, that field was at that place last version. I suppose it would stay there. But of course, things change from one version to another. So how can you find that? One quick thing that I would do if I were you and I'm like, okay, that field disappeared. One thing that I often do, and maybe we can show it on Emmanuel's screen, we are going in the fields in the database structure. It's not perfect, but that's one way of doing, and we can look for MRP in terms of model, just MRP, and then field we type analytic. And yes, this one, it will tend to show a few of the models where you can look for information and see if the field name already evokes a few things like, okay, that's what I'm looking for. And if you ever look on the Work Center, you have the has analytic account, but there's also a distribution on the Work Center. You also have on the manufacturing order something about the analytic account and the employee cost, so employee analytic account line IDs on the work order. So those are the fields that you can use, and you will find them now. They are shown on the Work Center. We can have a look at the Work Center on manufacturing. Yes, that's another option that you need to install, I think, from the manufacturing. It doesn't, the first one, yes. Work orders, no dependency, that's okay. We can move on, and that's where we are going to find the first field. And then you can retry your test with this. It doesn't have the same name, so maybe what switched from one to the other is the fact that before maybe we're using just one analytic account, and now we try to use distributions everywhere. It would be in the configuration, and then work centers. And from there, if you create a new work center, we see the analytic distribution bottom right there. So that's what you could use to mention a few project, or you can use any plan there. It's just like a project is one that we have by default, so that will work. Another question from Khaled is saying, okay, how can I find or define product brands? There are two solutions usually for that. Either you create a new field with Studio, or that means you need Studio, or otherwise you use variants, and the brand is just a variant. And sometimes, well, for the product for which you want the brand on, I see. We are going to discuss about something that we did previously. I have a solution that involves Emanuele. So the first one is pure standard. Use the product variants, create an attribute that is brand, and you can use as many variants in terms of brand. And usually every product will have only one, so that's good. It doesn't generate like a ton of garbage in your database. You create a new field with Studio, or I let you introduce your solution that we already designed a few
months ago. Yes, you can create a new model, and you connect your model to the product, and that's basically a very simple one where I don't know why we did that. You add maybe more products or just one.
Yeah.
But just many to one, for example, if your product has only one brand. And yeah, that's very simple way of tackling that. But I would say that maybe with the variant it might be better, because you also have it in the website already. You don't have to adapt e-commerce views if needed.
So I'm thinking about something. I can maybe copy paste that link and send it to you.
Yes.
Because in fact, what I'm thinking about is this talk that we had together is recorded somewhere. And we have a list of all the talks that we had previously. Yes, that's the one. So it's a link that we'll find. Usually we share it every start of a session.
Probably it's in 2024.
Okay. Maybe we don't have it, or yeah.
There's a plus sign, but
yes.
I cannot click on it. But yeah.
Okay. That we need to make it. No, in fact, to click on the plus sign, you need to be the editor of the document. Yeah, we can do that, but it's true. I can do it for you.
So
is it? Yeah, okay. Then it moved.
Probably one of the. It was probably around November.
Text session here. Yeah, we have several ones. August. It was quite early in.
Yeah, I'm not logged in LinkedIn, but yeah.
Yeah, we have to check those ones, but specifically for that case, we will find how we created that module from scratch. So it's very, I would say it's basic starting.
Yeah, it's basic starting point to know how to develop. I would start from there, just have a look and see the flow. We talk about the different aspects of developing. So I think it's a good start. I think it's the second one, this one.
Yeah,
I'm not too confident.
Could be. I really don't remember the one we started with. So one of those two, you need to check for a text session in the C column, and that's one of the first one you will find where we explain how to create that from scratch. Otherwise, other possibility, reusing what you've done, because your repository is public.
Exactly.
It is. That may be some.
It's called Odoo. Odoo Insider.
So we go on your user.
Yeah, and we find everything. I might move it to another organization, but so far we leave it here.
Yeah.
You find all the examples, the configuration that I use for VS Code.
Yes, true.
Email template change. I don't remember what we did. Do you remember?
No, as I said, I have bad memory, but I need to check. Changing icon views. What was it again?
Okay, we just changed the mail notification to make something disappear.
Okay. I really don't remember when we did that, but
Honestly,
there are
no,
a
no.
few things that we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I see also there was another question and from Xavier Bouleri, so just the one below. And that is fun because that's one that I could answer maybe with my screen, but we are going to do it your way. And I'm going to
Okay.
translate that. The question of Xavier is saying, okay, usually you have, it's more on the supplier side that we see that than customer, even though in his example, it's also on the customer side. But suppliers, they have, you have maybe a database of 1,000 products that are being sold by a various series of suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you start creating a PO, you start selecting the supplier because you know who you are going to order it from. So you enter the supplier, and then Odoo would anyway propose any type of product, not specifically the ones of that supplier. So is there a way that we can limit it to that group of suppliers? I think we did that already in a previous Odoo Insider session, but I cannot tell you when it was. It's about creating a domain.
In the view, maybe directly.
Yeah, in the view, yes. You wouldn't be able to do that on Studio. So we'll be doing that together, Xavier. The thing is, that's where Odoo Studio, there are a few domains, technical ones, that you cannot generate from Odoo Studio for two reasons. You cannot create them from Odoo Studio, and also even if you copy paste it, Odoo Studio is going to tell you, okay, I don't understand that, so I'm not allowing you to save it, even though it's technically a good domain. I don't know if I save it somewhere because that's a demand I receive from time to time, so I can check that. Maybe I have it very quickly on the. I know it's usually on supplier info that we need to do that. I don't know if I will be able to find it easily. So, oh yeah, maybe I saved it because I'm doing a few things sometimes the same way you do, saying that when there's something I would like to reuse, I'm creating a quick Python file somewhere on a repository so that I know I can come back to this later. And I need to check that. So you can have a look at your own. I'm doing the same here. No, I don't have it. I'm checking if I saved it somewhere else. No, I should have saved it somewhere, and I will already here create a new one because I don't want to have that again and not being able to show it or quickly copy paste it. So that's a thing. If you work with Odoo as a functional technical person, find a way to correctly save those kind of code snippets one place or another. That's a good question also. Let's imagine this one. Yes, good. I let you do it and then.
Yes. Sorry.
No, that's very good. All right.
Or I would say that we have two conditions, or
yeah, I would say you could even remove the second part so that we focus on the.
Yeah, this one is the standard one. I just
change it.
I just added to the. Oh my God.
Yes, that's something I don't like when you use the views
Let's see if
directly inside the. Okay.
That should be okay. So what I say is that you can either select. Let's see if it works. We are on the line for the product. So we are on the purchase order line. We are talking about the product ID field. We are changing the domain that already exists because by default we say that you can only select products that you can actually purchase. And then there's a selection on the company. But what we added here is something that says that you can select only product whose seller is the current partner.
Yes, of
or
the
that
purchase.
do not have a
yes,
seller.
not as a seller. Okay, good. No, that's a good one to say to take that doesn't have a seller into account.
So I
Okay.
don't know if something we have here. So we have a
There's
screw.
a bit too much, I guess.
So we
here.
can maybe, just for the sake of the test, we can maybe change it and say that instead of doing it, instead of showing the
False, yeah,
yes, we
because maybe
just-
there are too many products for which you don't
Exactly.
have one.
that could obviously limit you if well, you don't have a seller, you cannot buy a product, but maybe it might make sense. So we remove this
Yes. Okay.
one. We might now not get anything. Let's see, other product. I guess that this one has all
Wait, let's have a look.
purchase.
Ready-made is there.
Okay, and we buy it from ready-made. So let me
Okay.
try to buy it from
Deco Addict or something like this.
or new, so that we
Okay. Deliver to. Okay. There's a field that you need if you there. Wait, because usually it's over here.
get a
Yes, the picking type. It's if I remember well, it was top right. Maybe. Can you refresh? You are on. No, you're on your own.
yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe you can just do it quickly. I don't see anything because my
Correct.
so it's already okay, and I guess I can create a product, and obviously I should put here.
Mm-hmm.
I can create scenarios where actually if I create the product on the fly and I don't set a purchase,
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so I save it, and it doesn't want me to do it.
No, but
Yeah.
there's a field that is missing there. Usually you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But
But you
anyway,
see
the
the
filter
product, yeah.
the filter is working, and that's exactly how you would do it. So you can edit the the domain. One way of doing it is the way Emanuele did it. You need to check if also the second part is interesting to you. How can you do that is not exactly the same way we did, in the sense that you need to create an inherited view in order to add this, otherwise it won't be maintained for the next version. We
Yeah.
are going to overwrite the view. But otherwise, yes, that's it. You see the difference here. Take a screenshot or rewatch the video after.
Yes.
That's what you would get. But it's a question I get asked quite frequently, this one. So
It's a very interesting one, because you might expect maybe to have like this type of strong filter, but no, I think we
I can understand that cases you would have it here. On the client side, it's a bit different, because client side you don't have a list of products in the You see when you go on a product, you see the list of vendors, but you don't have a list of clients, because potentially every product you can sell to a client. So if you needed to do that, you have to create the same kind of architecture or data model that you have around the vendor side on the products to push it on the client side. And
could you use the price list of the
you could use price list, but it would mean that every client should have its own price list or a set of shared price lists. And that the product would be defined in that, but that's an extra, not an extra step, but from the product you have price lists, but you don't have a kind of a price list IDs on the product. It's more like you have price lists that are
available.
Yes.
Maybe
So
you can check if the price list, if any of the prices in the product matches the one of the seller, then this.
Okay.
But
yes.
I don't know if it's
Okay.
easy or.
I think you can do it, but maybe not with a dotted syntax to get to the price list from the seller order line product thing. But different ways of doing it there anyway. Maybe you would like to say based on, it's wrong to say that on historical purchases, or because then you don't purchase anything new ever. So we leave it up to you to find the correct way to do that on the client. But the answer is put a domain, and the syntax given on the purchase side could be reused somewhere else. I think that's it. We have another question that is more like technical, but I don't know if that's something that we can do easily on Ashish's side.
Because I'm sorry. The question is, how can I integrate WhatsApp in Odoo 18 using a Meta account by generating a token, and after generating the token in WhatsApp, how can I use it? Also, I want to set this up using my private number. I don't know how Meta works and if you can use your private number, but I'm pretty sure that you can find a talk from last year.
Yes,
of
and
UXP.
even in between, I remember that we had one on YouTube from Charlene that was showing this. So yeah, first that's first thing we can say. Let's go and have a look at the doc.
Yes.
So odoo.com/documentation. You will find usually text explanation on how to do this. Otherwise, on YouTube, I know there's a video from Charlene and somebody from the support, but I don't remember her name. So yeah, Odoo WhatsApp, and then on YouTube, they do it from start to finish. So
Maybe one of the two.
it's a 1 hour conversation. This one is, I guess, more like a
Just a
a
small.
demo. Yeah, it's 6 minutes, so I suppose you need to see more than this. I don't see them. I can look for this one.
Yes. We can try maybe from the.
It was a 1 hour long one. What's the basics? Nope. But there are few people that are using it.
Discover the new WhatsApp application.
That's
There's-
from the Odoo
oh,
experience.
yes.
Yeah, that's already like from 2 years ago. This one, a bit longer.
It is a webinar.
Yes, that's the one, I think.
That's
Yes.
it's in French.
Yes,
but
40.
But-
Ah,
that's-
yes, that's the one I was
That's the
thinking
one,
about, but
okay.
it indeed is in French. Okay, so using a bit of translation, or most important part is the screens and the places you go through. But it's true that this one I didn't know we didn't have it in English. Would be wise to redo it. Anyway, I'm sure that in 1 month, that's the moment where we can maybe make some ads for
Yeah,
the Odoo
yeah.
experience. We can have a look at the talk. Let's have a look at experienceodoo.com. And sorry for the clap. I guess that it was not nice in your ears.
Okay. OSP introduction.
Okay, that's how you can have a look at, is my topic being addressed?
So there's a talk list. You can maybe try to look for, I don't know, WhatsApp.
Yeah, I would do that.
Maybe there is not a lot. Talk to your customer where they are. Actually, there's a talk
yeah,
from Charlie.
that's her. So the person in the video that I was mentioning, that's her that is having that presentation.
During the marketing day.
Yeah. So on Friday there will be this one. So reminder, you don't need to be there. So if you are, you told us you are from. No, it's not you, because somebody else on LinkedIn told us that YouTube. Sorry, told us that she's from Singapore. So that is maybe quite far to get to the Odoo experience, even though we have people coming from all around the world. But this is Charlene. She will guide you through how to use it. It's a bit longer to do to accomplish than starting here from scratch
Yeah.
on something we never tried.
Yeah, because-
Also,
I think you need tokens, you need credit cards, you need lots of.
you need a setup.
maybe-
Yes. So that's going to be a bit long. Have a look at the video in French if you cannot wait, and add the subtitles on YouTube, or wait for the talk here. It's in less than 1 month now.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Because this year the UXP will be on, Thursday, Friday, and
And Saturday, so it will be a bit different. We let's say move it from one
yeah,
day
shifted, yeah.
to see how people attend on Saturday. We'll see. It will be fun.
Yes.
We'll have a different setup again. More people than last year. We just ended, I think, the India community days.
Yeah.
I've seen a few pictures. It looks like there were tons of people as well.
Yes.
I know Fabien went there as well.
Yeah,
I've seen a few pictures. So we have crazy moment, and I think that in between, I'm not sure I saw that on.
In San Francisco. I
Yes,
think.
we have another one in
I
the
don't
US.
know the name of that event.
Usually they used to call that Odoo Connect, but I don't know if it's still the name
Okay.
that they have. But I think it's now or in the next few days.
Yes, early September. I know people in Buffalo. I think they will go there. Some devs.
Okay.
That are there. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. We have another question from Lo Moon Ho on YouTube that is saying, "Hi, I'm from Singapore. How can I turn on and activate PayPal in Odoo? My neighbors Malaysia got plugin into do the e-invoicing, and Singapore is PayPal ready by Odoo. Just never turn on this plugin." We made a talk, so I'm going to bother you again with the previous videos, because 2 weeks ago I invited Winand here. Yes, that's good, thanks a lot. Yes, that's the one. So it's the last one that you can have a look at. Yes, still not connected to LinkedIn here, but that's the one that you can have a look at. And we talked especially about Singapore during that, saying that yes, it exists there, but the setup is the same. So go there, try to reproduce what we do inside this talk and demo with Renand. That's where you will get the information you need. Lomon who.
So you don't, we don't need to wait for any intervention from the R&D team. It's already technically available.
I think so.
Okay.
But I couldn't swear it. But I think that when you go and you activate PayPal, you see a list of, if not endpoints, of countries where you need to define the information that you send them, usually in the form of an identifier for the company. If you have it, maybe.
I mean 18.4, so just I don't know if.
Oh yeah, you would have it there. We can try that. In fact.
Where's the country?
I see
it's
there. Yes.
Singapore. All right. Yes. Okay. I guess I should activate
Yep.
that one. Maybe also switch to it. So if I go in the settings.
You can type maybe PayPal there already, or invoicing maybe. Then we need to check if we have something.
Should I go maybe?
Yeah, it would be.
Package.
You can scroll down, and we'll see if it is there. Not currencies, and that could be here. Let's go down again. Sales sweep again. Nope. No. Maybe here. I wonder if it's not there that we will have it for Belgium. I would need to test it myself.
Then maybe switch because the other one is a Belgian company. And in Belgium, we should have PayPal activated. But I don't see it.
Activate electronic invoicing. That's the one.
Let's see if I have it in a.
Just Singapore.
No, activate.
Okay. Do you think you would search also on the button name?
No, it might not. So we might be. So it was in accounting.
Yes, that's what I wanted to check. Okay.
No,
it looks then maybe we don't have it. Like it exists, but maybe not ready for Singapore. Well, it looks like it's the same. Yeah. You have UBL print, so there you would have, I suppose, then the UBL one. Pint. But that's maybe the name that they use for this. Yes, install this one. Because we joked with Winon that Pint it's a beer.
Yes. Accounting, and let's see.
You would have a big button, I guess it would be the same. Or no. Maybe we can look for Pint. No. Okay. I can't make a quick try on my side as well. I'm going to create that also on my side. I don't know if in the meantime
we can introduce the other topic about the
yes,
database, please.
We can do that, and I'm going to have a look at the same time on my side for Singapore.
So I will close the rest, and I will just do it locally, the rest of the session. So the other thing that we want to discuss is how could you, from a theoretical point of view, go from having one database with two companies to have one database for each company. So basically, let's say that you have a company, you split up, maybe another one of the companies is bought by another bigger company, and how would you handle that? So this is not super easy to implement. There's some ways of doing it. I think that the easiest one would be to, and here I was doing the example, so let's say that we have 3 companies, and my subsidiary company is sold. What you could probably do is to go in the database manager. This is for people that are on-prem. I think that in Odoo Online you would need to get a backup and perform that operation. But what you can do, which is the easiest approach, is to do that. I don't know if I even have generate master password. I will save it somewhere. It's local. I don't care if people see it, but I need to save it. Normally, if you happen to do something like that, don't, because it's bad to save the password like this.
But on your side, it's only the local environment that you have one-time
Exactly.
password, so you don't care so much.
Exactly. So this one I should be okay. So this is for subsidiary. I will not neutralize it. I might wait a little while, but Odoo should have. Yeah, but now I need to remove the database option and relaunch it. Because by default I'm using Odoo in a single database mode, because I'm used to just work on a single database, but Odoo can work as a multi-tenant, so you can have the same server. Where is it? It's not there yet. Okay, let me duplicate again. Master password, so that's where it comes into play. Master password, database name, Odoo Insider 2. Okay, why does it don't want to come up here? Maybe I have to remove it from here. Yes, I have to remove it. Okay. Yes, the issue is that I was starting Odoo. Yeah, wow, I have too many things. Odoo Insider 2. So I have now I have two databases. They are both the same, so one is the duplicate of the other one, and let's say that this is the one for the subsidiary. So what you could do in the most simplest approach is just to get the other two companies and archive them. Cannot be archived because it's used in the default company for users, so it might need a little bit of work. Users, let's get all of them, and can I change it from here? Yes, so that by default the company will be. I need to do something slightly more complex. So what I need to do is is to change the allowed companies of every user. Change this one to your subsidiary. Probably would that with a script instead of doing it as I'm doing right now, and this one as well. So I changed the settings of every user so that I set the subsidiary as the main one for each of them, and then I just archive them. So now I am technically in a single company database, and every sales that I used to have that were created for the other companies are gone. And I am technically okay. All of the products that I used to have linked to the initial ones are gone, and the companies that are connected to my subsidiary are still here, or the products that didn't have any company assigned to them, they are okay. This is a very simplistic approach, because if I need to, for compliance reason, maybe delete the data in the current database that are connected to the previous companies, I will need to do a little bit more. So for example, now I have my Odoo Insider 2 database, and what I can do is, and I think I created it here, it's in somewhere down here. This is kind of technical. It's not something that you would do very easily, but I would be looking for let me sorry, I need to move one thing here. Voila. Okay, and this is this will be very difficult to do, but I have a query that looks for, oops, this is that, so I have a query that looks for the table cell order line and looks for the foreign keys. And my goal, now I will restrict it, I would say look for every column where the foreign table name
is REST company?
Yes.
Okay.
So foreign table name, it's CCU, and CCU foreign table name equal REST company. So here we will have a list of all the columns in cell order line connected to REST company. CCU for, oh wait, did I take the CCU table name? Sorry. Just when you read things and you don't pay attention, that's what happens. So, well, we have only one field.
Good.
And now I need to remove the filter on cell order line.
So that you have them all,
Exactly.
across the database.
Yeah, so
that's why it's longer?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is also a kind of a complex query, probably can be optimized with some indexes. Might take a while, but here I will have a list of all the columns inside of the database where I'm using the other company, where I use the company. So I have plenty of them. Probably I will have a couple of hundreds, if not more. And what I would do is look for in each table that I have here, I can probably be scripted, but I would say, okay, I have a IR sequence. So look in the table IR sequence where the column ID is company ID and the values is 1 or 2, because these are the companies that we archive, and in that case, delete them. And I delete all the records one by one, and by doing that, I will be allowed to delete the companies in Odoo. That's a very simplistic approach.
So you need to go and you need to create scripts manually for each type of objects?
I would say in this case it should be pretty, let's say it's very scriptable, because it's we can probably do something like, I need to think about it a little bit, but probably we can get a pseudo script already, something like delete from space tc table schema, just to have the script that can then be run. Oh damn, good. I don't want all of that, but I
generated by AI. Okay.
I don't want this one, because it's much simpler, because I can say 1 and 2, because these are the companies that I want to archive. Where KCU is that one, I can probably do that, and with from, where do I get it? Delete from, oh yeah, I need to put single quotes. I always mix it up, because the double quotes in PSQL are usually used to for database identifiers, so not for not for strings. Like in Python you can use both of them, but in SQL that's still not okay. I wonder where there's a comma that I shouldn't have added. All right, probably again, this might take a while, but I will get a list of all the basically SQL queries that I could run. And if I get this one, probably you can also remove the schema, it's not that important, but if I do that, I could run them and it would be okay.
Okay,
so you see, like delete all the sequences connected to company 1 and 2, delete all the attachments connected to 1 and 2, that's partner, and I already have the script. I don't know if I parented. This one is interesting because it is already deleting something from company, but we can try.
Just how many companies you have at the moment? 3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, that's why you remove from 1 and 2. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So there, but if you stop it here, now you would have errors trying to get into Odoo.
Yes, probably.
Most likely. Okay.
So now if I refresh, this is still okay, but I remove sequences.
If you go to sale orders, that is going to...
Yeah, I don't have any sale order for my preview for the other company because I archived them. But if I would go back to the companies, manage companies, look for
An
the
archive,
archived
yeah.
one, active is not set.
Then,
I think
okay.
I might have actually created a mess because it was 1 and 3 and I deleted 1 and 2. So
Okay.
actually I might already have the issue here. So if I save, oh no, maybe some things are done automatically and it's not an issue, but we are right. We should have had issues maybe in the well. This is one.
All right.
I deleted all the
icons.
attachments. Exactly.
Yes. Okay. Good.
So yeah, exactly. So this is not something that you can easily do like this one because it's a very simplistic approach. Probably you can ignore all the tables that start with IR and
okay.
maybe even the one that start with RES.
Yes. Okay.
And take that handle them at the end just to be sure. But if I go there and I run this one again, at some point I will find the delete from sale order line. Where
Okay.
probably you also need to cascade something. So because I don't think you have the company in the sale order line, but you have it in the sale order. But if you delete the sale order line will complain because maybe you
yes.
don't have.
Okay.
So this is the things that you have to.
I see that as an import in reverse. When you import master data first, and the most master data-ish kind of thing, like product categories, and then the product, and then the attributes. So you have an order, and here you do it in the other way around. So first you delete the sale order lines, then the sale orders, then eventually the partners. Well, deleting or no, here it's deleting, and you keep the things that are transversal, as you said, the IR things. So all those technical objects that you don't care so much if they still exist, because what you want to remove are sale orders, invoices, purchase orders, things like those ones.
Exactly. This one probably work, and maybe we don't even have now. Probably there's already a cascade. So if you have a cascade foreign key, that means that if you delete the sale order line is deleted as well because they do not make sense. But in some cases, the operation that should happen when you delete a row is not defined. So maybe you will not. You will need to tackle it each item one by one. But yeah, as you said, start from the bottom. And then go to the basic ones.
Okay, it's not something that we investigated, like that Odoo plans to do in terms of script for the not as we know.
Exactly.
We received the demand several times. We never had to implement it, if I'm correct. But from time to time, we have clients that say, okay, we don't know if we go for multi-company or for multi-databases with every time one company per database. And I think that it's a question that we tackle already in the documentation that we have for the partners in what we call the PLO. But anyway, it could be that whatever is your choice, even if at the moment of that choice it is a pretty good one. After that, things may change, and maybe 5 years down the road, you need to split and have that company that is acquired by another person, or you simply stop the activities and you want to delete stuff, or you want to have two databases. I don't know the reason why, but you could have a look at those kind of ways of creating scripts. The only thing is that you need that is just like a bit of experimentation. But if you need to do something really professionally, how long would it take? Are there other things that we...
I would say maybe to do something that works well at maybe a couple of weeks, because you have to first of all you have to have something that is general enough to handle all the possible combinations of Odoo modules. I would say that, for example, the company is generally like a many to one, maybe a many to many. That's not a very complex scenario, but still you need to be careful with that. Also, what does it mean to delete? Can you delete, for example, accounting data? Can you really delete it, or maybe you should keep it? So I would be maybe slightly more careful with the script, because maybe I would say if I don't know, you have localization where you cannot delete records, don't delete the accounting ones.
Okay.
And that propagates to contacts for the entries. And
but then can you not solve this the following way by saying, okay, if you delete stuff you do it from a duplicate of your environment. So you have your basic environment, you create a duplicate, you delete stuff so that people can go with company A, move away. And on the company that you keep, you do the opposite eventually, or you create another duplicate where you do remove things from company B so that you have two children databases and you don't get anything deleted. You get it deleted from a copy of a database, and the other one you keep it.
Yeah, more or less this is what I was doing, because I created a duplicate of the initial one where I had three companies, archive two, and I'm deleting the records of the two and keep it only the subsidiary that moved away in Odoo.
Okay.
But I still have the data in Odoo inside there without the number.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, it's something that you can work on. I think it's maybe just archiving the data might be okay. I would say. I don't know.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe for some compliancy reasons, maybe you need to actually either delete or do not have access to the data at all. And if it's archived, you are one button away from reactivating the database and check the values again. But other than that, I would say that maybe it's the simplest approach because it kind of works out of the box. Duplicate and then archive the two companies or the company that you don't use anymore.
But then in order to archive, you need to remove a few things that already exist in the database. Like, I don't know, can you archive any company? I think that sometimes you have issues with...
For the users, I had issues. For example, here I had to change the company that the user has access to and say that by default they will have access to your subsidiary. And also that's a matter of defining, like, what does it mean? Should I, will I move all the users from my previous companies to the only one? Will I maybe need to archive those users?
Archive them.
It's yeah, so even archiving them, it's a simplistic maybe approach. And
so the issue that we have with this is that there are many different cases that you need to think about when you want to create such a tool and say, okay, it can be put in production, because then if really people delete information, then it's too late, you cannot get it back.
And absolutely. And also it's a matter of like deciding, maybe you can do it for one specific case where you say, okay, if I delete all the companies, I will move off the contacts, all the users in a single one so that I keep them somehow. And the rest of the data, I just remove them one by one if they're connected to the previous one. But then that doesn't cover all the use cases that people might have. And I don't even know if it will cover like 80% of the cases. Because maybe it's like 50-50 between I want to delete everything or I want to keep the master data in any case.
Okay. In the meantime, I found a bit of information about Singapore, so we can have a look. I can maybe show you on my screen, and so we try to replicate on yours. But since I
have to go into 18.4, right?
Yes, the one that you were using before, but I don't know where it's located.
Another image test. Okay, that's the one.
So we can go on contact. I don't have all the answers for this. For the person that asked us this before, you create a new one in Singapore. Yes, and then in accounting, you say it's in Singapore, yeah. And in accounting tab at the bottom, you have here three things. What do you want to do when you're sending an email or sending the invoice? And then it says invoicing format, and there you can select not XML but Singapore BIS billing or PayPal. And here you need to specify the endpoint to which you would like to send it. The only thing that I see is that when you click on invoice sending, so the first field, there you have by email or by post, and usually when we really have PayPal enabled, like for Belgium, I think you have another choice that is saying that you send electronically. I'm not sure about that, but let's save it that way here without mentioning anything in terms of endpoint. But the endpoint, it's not a correct name because usually it's the identifier of the company. So if we had put a fake Singapore's VAT number, I think it would have been auto-filled. But let's save this one and let's create a new invoice for that person. So if you go there, we save and we create a new invoice. Oh yeah, it's already saved in fact.
Accounting.
Yes. Customer invoice, new. We select it. Yes, Singapore client. It doesn't have an email, but that's okay. You can put whatever product you want. All right.
Yeah, then we wait. I want to be sure that I didn't put any. Okay, email is empty. Okay.
Yes, and so if you confirm, we'll have the send button that will be there. Yes, and here, first time, so we need to. Yes, so that's why it's saying partner should have an email address. And here you see, please fill in your company VAT or PayPal address to generate a complete XML file, and that's what you have it. But that's why you see also at the bottom there's a pint SG XML. So that's the file that you get generated with Singapore's system. So that's why you get this one. That's how you can get the XML file that is matching what you asked for on the customer side. Now I think that that's a bit different than PayPal in the sense that on our side we connect directly to the endpoint. I'm not sure, and that we send the XML there. While here it seems like you have an extra step, but that's maybe something that you can figure out by having a look at what is inside the SD file and if it can be sent as such directly. In the meantime, we have another question from Salia on LinkedIn. Hello, how to apply a discount on a unit price field on other lines in the sales module? That is to say, when the quantity is higher than 100, instead of adding the discount on the discount column, we apply a discount directly on the unit price. There are different ways you can do that. Through price list, it will work, but it won't show maybe the discounted price. Because you could say, okay, above that amount, it would be anyway a percentage, because you can review the price, not being a percentage, and rewrite completely the price. But that's I need to check if it's going to show. It's not going to show an extra line. It's going to recompute the price and give you another price. If you want to say it's a discount, so you don't use a discount column, but you want to have a negative amount being shown to clearly. Because it's a transaction with the customer, and sometimes you need to show the discount saying, hey, I'm dealing with you in a correct way, I'm offering you a discount. That is not going to be achievable by through the price list. You need to create a new additional line. I wonder if we don't have that at the moment. I thought it was something that we finally have. So I would be afraid of making the mistake I did last week to try to reinvent something that already exists in standard. Because Fabio, if you're listening to me, no, I'm taking care about that. Last week we had something, and I spent like 10 minutes showing something that was Indian standard, and someone pinged me on LinkedIn. Telling me, hey, this is standard. I have a look. And I was like, man, sometimes you don't know all the features. And it was quite cool from his side to tell me such in a nice way. So I copy pasted the message and his link that was showing that. Yeah, you could be using this. That's the first thing. And you could compute it potentially from a button, or before sending it, you would have that. But I wonder if now there's not something with the loyalty feature where you have a discount button at the bottom. So you would need to install the loyalty features of Odoo. So yes, so sale loyalty, we must have that. Yes, I want to check because I think now we have a negative. We have a discount button at the bottom on the sale order side. Yeah, but maybe we need to define a program first. I'm not sure. So we're going to explore.
Yes. Which one is the
loyalty?
Yes. Is it called?
Yes, but not as an app. I think that you need to remove the apps.
Because I already installed the loyalty one for
yes.
sale, but maybe it's in loyalty.
The rest is helpdesk or POS or say loyalty delivery. No, that should be enough, I think.
We need to activate maybe something in.
So that you have it. Usually, when you do that, you have.
No, there is already promotion, loyalty, and gift cards.
Okay, so you can, if you type promo or coupon, we are going to find maybe the menu item. But going back to the sorry.
Right. Promo.
Or or coupons.
Discount and loyalty.
That's it. Okay. You can create a new one. Yes, and then we need to check the promo type. I don't have it installed here on my side, so that's something I would need to figure out as well. Yeah, I have it here. I don't know if there's possibility to create a filter on a product.
Because there's a product domain there?
Yeah. Okay, that's a conditional rule. So
category.
Yes. Okay, that's it. You can select a product. Okay. The problem that you would have here is that you need to create as many rules or thing like this one. per product, but we can try. We can create a product domain saying yes, but minimum quantity you have it, and product you. We can say any product in fact, because what matters was really the quantity, and it's a condition instead of a product domain. So we can go say for all the product, and then yes, the problem is that it's about promo points. No, you can get something different than promo points. No, you cannot.
No,
I was expecting rewards maybe.
Maybe it's here. I don't know. Rewards.
Yeah, and then you have the rewards, and it could be euros, and that or. But if it's a discount, it's again in percentage. But maybe it's going to show it. Okay, you could do that. Offer a discounted product that would be discount with the amount that we got earlier.
Can I? Wait, no, sorry.
Euro yes.
Maybe euro per point.
We can try.
So let's say €1 per point.
And on the other side, you would have offered 1 promo point per euro spent.
1 promo point per euro.
So it's 1-to-1,
yes.
And then you would get something like this.
So actually, this is like 10% if quantities, but that's not what we're doing.
Yes.
So that's it. So that should more or less.
We can try. That's how that's how I would do it. I don't use that module a lot, but if we want to try to find a solution that is standard, that's where I would go instead of yes. So now you need to say yes.
And so by default, it should be just.
Wait,
nothing.
if it was state quantity, that was the limit that you put.
No,
no, 100.
I want to see if there's a difference. So if I put 100, I don't know if it's strict.
No, then you need to click on coupon code or reward at the bottom. That's where you go.
Okay.
Then I need to check if it's the type of thing that we used. No.
Wait, there's.
No, that's just the price changing. We can have a look at the configuration of the reward because I don't remember if it was a coupon system. If it's a coupon, we need to give a code. It's a promo. Okay, start limit. No.
Where do I find it?
Yeah. No, it's program type. You see, it's promotions. That's the second field directly on the form. You have, and that's where you would have discount code or things like those ones. And I don't know, coupons would mean you need to enter the coupon thing. And so reward, I don't know if it matches the promotion one that we have here.
When by X get Y, it seems like it could.
You could be working that way, but for the computing the amount and the cost, I'm not sure if it would be working. What I can do is I can dive a bit more on this one and see if I can find a solution while we tackle the next problem. Hopefully one that would be technical. Yes. Or do we have something else in our bag for showing?
It's not in our bag. We have to go for it. It's the cellular revision.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. We can do that because I see we have a question from V2B EDT about Odoo domain name problem, but it's not enough for us to understand what. If you have an issue with domain names, what you can do is contact our support because there's a specific team just for that. So don't hesitate to contact us there. Villa Masala on LinkedIn says, I want driver external users to view and make the customers to sign their orders after delivery by driver. There's a quick way. Maybe you could do this. Two ways. Unless you're thinking about something already there. There are two ways. You could use something like field service because there we have already something that is integrated with your smartphone. You give it to someone, smartphone or tablet or whatever, and they sign something, but then it would mean you need to have field service management and to couple the field service task with a delivery. So that's something you need to change on Odoo using a bit of Studio so that on the delivery you have a minute one to the task, and in fact what you do is that you show the task to the user, like the person that is receiving the goods, so that they sign, and we know that it's signing for this. A bit more advanced, requiring development, you use the sign app and you create signing template based on what you deliver. Otherwise, I wonder if this one is not better, is using Studio to create a new signature field, because that is a type of field that now exists, and you put it on the delivery itself and you open the delivery and people will sign. That is maybe better there.
But they are external users, so you need to...
You would anyway, if it's an external user, that I see two ways, but I suppose that you see to sign the orders after delivery by driver. So I suppose if the delivery is done, you are physically with the person, so you hand them over a thing where they would have to sign, like we do with I guess that when DHL delivers you have those kind of
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
So you open your delivery order and the client signs it, but there's no way you can be sure that it's not you signing for the client. But it's the same with
exactly,
UPS
DHL,
and
yeah.
yes. So that's how you would do create a new sign. Drag and drop a new signature field on the delivery. That could be maybe the easiest thing that you could do. Okay, I see other questions, but all functional. I would like to take advantage of Emanuele. So okay, I will handle the other ones on the side while you dive into what we can do next. I will start with the coupon thing and then read the other ones after.
If there's any
Also a question about salary configuration in Switzerland.
But that is another one. So we have a series of 4 questions, but still all functional. So we're going to dive into Emanuele's next presentation. There's also another question about the payroll in Switzerland that is also a bit technical, but you need to know payroll quite a lot to make that work.
Was there a session about HR and payroll?
Yes, that's true. There was one.
This one, HR,
yes.
maybe it's no.
No, it's good. It's already a first step because we have 2 people that are specialists in HR, and especially for Switzerland because it's a huge topic there. You can have a look at this one because we tackle quite a lot of things. Yeah. Yes, and Antoine, and next week, the guy that did that presentation will be there. He will start, of course, with a joke, as usual. And yes, okay, we keep it secret, but he will be there. He will be there next week. Ask him that for the Swiss payroll, that you will have the right guy to answer you. I'm checking if there are a few others that are typically for you. Maybe the last one.
Can Odoo transform a PDF invoice into UBL invoice, which is obligatory from the 1st of January 2026? I feel like
that is PayPal. That is also what we have, but you don't need a transformation. So what we were showing, look, I don't know when you arrived, but what we were showing with Singapore, you can have it for Belgium. So maybe you can redo the quick demo. Is that on a customer, you show in the contact, yes, yes, it's from Brussels. So go in the accounting, and there you can have the endpoint. You say Belgium. You give the information that here it's PayPal BIS EU standard. You can use that, and there you have it that is generated. We can make a try just with that. Send an invoice to that person. I think that we are going to see the content of it, even though we didn't. Create, let's say that we didn't activate the PayPal thing on the side, but yes.
This is another customer in Brussels, so invoicing.
Yes, are you back on the Belgian company? I don't know.
This should be the.
Okay, we can. Yeah, the one by default. That's one.
Yes.
Let's enter any product.
Right, so I guess in send.
Yes, same story. All right. And then you see at the bottom you have URBL BIS XML that is there.
So I can, I guess, generate, and then I can just download the file, and it should be. Yeah, I think it's one of these ones.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure, maybe we can check that. I wouldn't be surprised if the XML is also contained in the PDF. I'm not sure, but maybe we can download it and open the content just to see that.
And there maybe there's some.
But in text mode,
text,
so you,
yeah. Wait a second, I need to do it from here. Right, so this is the page, and I guess there's a XML encoded somehow. guideline seems to be maybe this one. I don't know if this
Yes,
is
okay,
the
trade party. Okay, yes, there was something about Belgium above. The amount is there. Okay, so it
It's
is
in-
there as well.
this is the PDF file that I open in
Yes.
Visual Studio. And there is also this one is slightly bigger. Wonder why?
Because maybe you want only to send the XML instead of the PDF.
Yeah,
I don't know. But you can open it and check if we have the same content.
okay, so let me open in Visual Studio. So this is the content, and I guess if I look maybe for this part, do I see it? Maybe slightly different, and we don't have the same exact info. Embedded document binary. Oop. And also in the UBL file, you have the PDF encoded in there. So it's kind of, you have in the PDF
Yes.
XML, and in the UBL you have the PDF
Okay.
with
So
the UBL in it. This,
you have both.
yes. From what I see, it seems to be the case, but they have the same. It's done from two different perspectives, because this one says applicable header trade agreement, and I have another emit test, and this one says accounting supplier party. I don't know if it's related.
Okay.
0208. They don't have the same exact info.
It's okay. So it's not that then. Maybe the PDF, the XML that we have in the PDF is not exactly UBL then.
Maybe, but we have for sure a UBL file with a PDF encoded into it.
Okay.
So this is the full.
Okay. That's maybe what you would need to use. Okay, in base 64. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. So we go forward with the extra things that we wanted to show you, and that was how can you create revisions of sale orders. So that's something that we do from scratch. So we create a new module. I think I'll go a little bit faster than last time, because we created modules multiple times. But first of all, I would like to talk a bit on how we want to structure the development that we are going to do. So we have how we defined a revision. So I guess that we need to have in the sale order somehow a way to create another one and maybe close the previous one, so that you can update the sale order. Maybe we need to prevent people from doing it at all times. They need to do it only if the sale order is maybe in sent or draft, or even confirmed, but not if you have an invoice. We need to design a little bit, and then I will start doing it so that we can move a little bit faster. So I create a new folder in my add-ons path. I create a manifest. I try to be very quick. We need a manifest. We need to fill it in. So I will just get the manifest from something else that I did. Sale order revision. We just need a sale management. We don't have any view, but let me keep it like this. Create revisions of SOs. Let me remove the assets because we will not need it, and let me even leave. I would like to snow, so that I don't have Copilot bothering me. Alright, so we have this first structure. Let's create a init file. Let's create a models file, and let's create another init, and then we'll glue everything together. So far it's only boilerplate, nothing interesting. And then we have the sale order. So first of all, we need to get some things from Odoo. One is the fields and the other one is the models, because what we will do is get the sale order, so models.model. We will extend it using inherit, and we will sale order, and we will need to have one field for sure, and that will be the revision number. We can use it as a integer. There's a question maybe from.
Yeah, in the meantime, yeah, I'm checking the ones that are functional, and then Arthur was showing me this one because it's technical. So that one is for you.
In Odoo 18.4 and 19, Odoo promise a maximum amount of refactoring by switching everything to out, but there's still a lot of jQuery in some places. We don't have access to 19.0 yet. Will this be resolved, or will we have to wait for another version? Website development is really complex for a very little reason, because this part of Odoo the Odoo module is not very developer friendly. I think that there's for website development, I think they did already quite a bit of changes in 18.1 or 18.2. jQuery was not completely replaced, but now you can use something that is very similar to OWL in the front end. I don't remember exactly the name because I haven't developed in it so far, but if you go on GitHub and look for Odoo, and probably we can try to look for pull requests created by JD Odoo. I don't know if it's actually is. Yes. Probably we have plenty of most commented, but I would also like to filter. Yeah, maybe not this one, but in a couple of months ago, the JavaScript team created some new. Yeah, it's in master. That's maybe it. They created a new concept which is similar to what you have in OWL with components, but it's done from the front-end point of view, and you can use that instead. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name and the terms that were used, but we can try to look it up. It's in the add-ons, probably it's in the web part. Wait, where am I? I didn't want to open this one. I wanted to open the add-ons at this level. Web hierarchy, maybe web, even in websites. Could be either website or in web. Static. Well, first of all, let's see. We have OWL, and you should also have maybe something else in the SRC. Search web client, maybe. Debug menus, maybe that's not it. In here, Odoo website. SEO tools. It should be maybe in this one is static. I really forgot the name. Interactions, that's the name. So now you have interactions, which is a very OWL way of creating components, but for the website part they are called interactions instead. And yeah, the structure is very similar, so we still have a couple of differences between OWL and interactions, and you cannot reuse 100% of the code that you write in the backend for the front end, and by backend I mean the web client of Odoo, and front end the website part, but you can still do quite a lot. And in here I don't see any jQuery. I feel like that there's an ongoing effort to remove it, but if you have to create something, let's say from scratch, you can use interactions, and that will be much easier. We can also try to see when this one was implemented. Yeah, rewrite public widgets as interactions. This is a very big PR done by GED with 23,000 lines of code,
Okay, yes.
where lots of things were removed. And this is again, I'm not part of the JavaScript team, but I'm pretty sure this is a ongoing effort to simplify and remove the dependency on jQuery. I don't know if it will be completely remove it, but you see, modernized public widgets no longer uses jQuery. So there's still things left over, maybe some libraries that we use jQuery, but most of the source code right now is jQuery free. I don't know if everything will be completely removed, but I would say that if you need to create a new feature in Odoo right now, it's very likely that you will not have to use jQuery. There might be some cases if you need to maybe extend something that is in standard, maybe, but if you need to create something from scratch, you can use interactions or OWL. But yeah, that's that kind of sums it up. I will go back. I don't know if that answered the question, Sylvain. If not, let me know, and we can try to digress on it a little bit more. But from what I understood, it's still an ongoing effort. So what were we doing? We have a sale order, we'll have a revision number. I would say that by default it will be 1. I'm already thinking a little bit forward, and I would like to create the concept of sale order group, because I feel it will be easier for us to create revision if we have something that collects all the sale order of the same revision, because we can create otherwise just a revision number that we increment every time you revise the sale order. But I would say that it's more neat and clean if we group them together, maybe even just from a technical point of view. We don't need to show it to the user, it will be very transparent for the user. But if you have already a group, it will be easier to compute the revision number, because let's say that you are on revision 1, you create revision 2, revision 3, revision 4, and then you go back to revision 1. Maybe it will be difficult to understand if you are creating a revision from 1, if you are allowed to do that, which should be the new number, and so on and so forth. If we have a group, and we also assume that you are not allowed to revise previously revised sale order, then it's okay. So my goal would be that you have a sale order, you can create a revision, and when you go back to the original sale order for which you created a revision, you're not allowed to create a revision anymore. My own understanding of the problem is that this will make it easier, so that it's kind of clear where you start from, and you don't go back in time and do any change. So I will already go forward and create my new concept of sale order group. There's obviously different ways of handling that, but I like this one more. So Odoo import fields and models, class sale order group models.model. This will be a new model, so I will say name equal sale order group. We don't inherit from anything, but we will just have a name. We will have a name, but I will just put it as a chart, and then I will think about it. And then we will have sale order IDs, fields dot one to many, the sale order, and then I need to go there and create a sale order group ID many to one, sale order group. Okay, the opposite will be sale order group. We already have basic structure from import sale order group from dot import sale order. Okay, there from dot import models. So we created the basic structure of the module: manifest, init, and the models extension, or in case of the revision of the group, we created a new model from scratch. So it is when we are also missing a description. We say this is sale order group. It's complaining about the manifest, but that's okay. So we already have the basic structure, and then I will apply some logic that I think it's kind of important to have. So I would say that by default, when you create a sale order, I want it to set a group if you didn't set it up in the create values. So when you create a sale order, we will create a group related to it, vals list, and I need to put the decorator because we might have multiple records created at once. For vals in vals list, might do it in a, so you know what, I think I will do it new SOs uguale equal, sorry, super create vals list, and then I will do for SO in new SOs if SO sale order group continue, otherwise we will create dev create SO group. This is really not needed, but to create a new function, but I like to do it anyways. Self-ensure one because we will call it with one record at a time, and we will do self sale order group. Let me change it to self SO group equal self and sale order group create, and we'll just set name. We might think about setting a name differently, but so far we will have
It's the name for the sale order group, this one, or
yes,
it's the name for
the name of the sale order group. And maybe I'm also wondering, should we keep the same name in each revision of the sale order, or should we use the standard way of going up? This is a question. This is something
you could use. The problem is that there's a unique field on the name, unique constraint.
yeah, so
you could reuse it and add the slash something.
Add the revision to the
To the name, or say, okay, no, it will be whatever new name Odoo gives.
yeah.
It will be the default SO name, but we know it's coming from a group that is the same between different sale orders, and that wouldn't be a bad way to do.
I feel like it's also less impactful in the Odoo source code.
Yes, okay. It's more like something we do on the side without touching at the default way of doing it. We just add a feature.
Exactly.
This really easier to upgrade then.
Exactly. Okay. So if we do that, so what we can envision is like a smart button that you can click on to see all the revision histories of the sale order, and sale order group will really be something very technical. I might even not implement a very strict record rule because I don't want people to create sale order groups by default. I will just do it through this function and this function only, and I will also set this one as read only equal 1. So you cannot edit it from the web interface. You could do it through the API, but the web interface will block you from editing the field if you make it visible. All right, so now we should create this is okay.
In the meantime, what I will do is I will comment a bit on the
Yeah.
questions that were asked. I'll leave you
Yeah,
to continue the development. You can stay at the bottom, Arthur, because there were a few things. Yes, the one from Arvin on LinkedIn. Hi, may I know how to make entry of office expense without bill in Odoo? You can create. There are two solutions for that. You can use the expense module that is made for this. It is called expense, and you can use it either for employees' expense that you need to reimburse, or general company expenses that will generate the same kind of entries as invoices, but without the invoice, like a ticket, if you like. Otherwise, manual journal entry would work as well. Then there's another question on LinkedIn from Anush that is saying how to import bank statement segregating analytic accounts, and it doesn't work exactly that way, but I will try to answer based on what I understand of your question. So when you import, at least in version 18, I didn't look for other versions. So if version is not the last one, don't hesitate to mention it during your question. What you can do when you import things on a bank statement, you import a bank statement and bank statement lines usually when you want to import bank statements. There's no analytic thing that is linked to those objects. You can check that with the fields. We saw it earlier today on how to check fields name on different type of models. Doing that on bank statement models, I don't see anything related to the accounting. Analytic accounting, otherwise those are accounting objects. But what you can do is with a new reconciliation screen, you click on reconcile, and then you can filter on the entries that have some analytic accounts in the distribution. So that's maybe what you wanted to accomplish. Filter so that you match the bank statement line with the correct invoice, and that would make sense, and that you can do already by filtering on the journal entries when you click on the reconcile button. Another one before I leave you back the hosting from Siber Mtani on YouTube. I love Odoo. How can I become a partner for free? I don't have money to pay for partnership. It's impossible for free, but what you can do is it's maybe a technicality here on the name of partnership, but if you want to be a partner and be listed on our website or claim that you are a partner, that is indeed paid, but you can already implement customers without being a partner. You need to convince them that you are good at what you do. We have a few people that sometimes come and become a partner already with some clients in their bag, saying, okay, I didn't want you, I wanted to see what it was, didn't want to invest too much, and I did it because I know I'm good at that, and so I'm bringing you clients at the same time. And you can already be that one Cyber Mtani, that you can do. The only thing is that you won't get our support doing so. So that's a trade-off, but you need to think carefully around that. Checking quickly if we have something else, but I leave you to complete.
So I'm still creating some logic for the creation of the revision. What I would expect is that a revision is a copy of the current sale order, and so this is the first one. I will also add some logic here that will say if the revision number of the, which will be read-only, equal true, if the revision number of the current database of the current SO is not the last one, so is different than sale order group ID, we can also maybe create a new field which is last revision number. So this will be a field that will be an integer that will be computed as computed last revision number. Need to have the API. API depends sale order IDs. Def compute last revision number. Self. These are more or less, I think, all the guidelines that you should use for compute and for computed fields and the dependencies for SO group in self. So last revision number will be basically the number of SOs in the current group. Equal then last sale order IDs. That should be, might be mistaken, but that should be it. So if you are in the first sale order, you will have only one sale order in the group, so you are allowed to create a new one. In the second one, that should be the same. So what we will do, we can also say raise an error from Odoo exceptions import user error. Is there another question?
Yes.
Is it tech?
Yes.
Currently, you,
Same guy.
okay.
It's from Sylvain as well.
Number 2. Currently, you can add a group attribute to fields to make them invisible to certain users. However, this option only makes them invisible. Is there anything in progress of on Odoo side to make the field read-only with a group? Is there also a way to do this by user? Creating a group for just one user is quite heavy, given that the user can have very different rights. I feel like there's some ongoing developments and redesign about the groups and how they work. But so far, there's not per user access right or per user groups. I mean, they are not per user access right. Each user will have their own group, so you can do, as you said, create a group with that user only. And what to make the field read-only within a group. So usually Odoo maybe will allow you to, because Odoo, the user access right in Odoo usually add permissions to you, and they do not really remove access right, unless we're talking about the general record rules, like the one of the company, and I think this is the main one. So generally the company access right are general ones, so they go in end technically with the other record rules, so they restrict what you can see, but the others are not. So the more groups you have, the more data you can see. And to do what you are asking, I feel like it could be as simple as saying, I take the write method. This is obviously with some development, but I check the vals and say, okay, if my field in vals and self user as group, self and user as group, whatever, or maybe not, it doesn't have a specific group, then raise user error, you are not allowed to edit the field. This is a very simplistic approach, and then return super right. This is one, and I think this is the most effective approach if you want to really restrict the right access to that group, to that field. And I feel like, but this needs to be checked. If I have a field, new field, which is an integer, and I have the, can you still use the groups here? Group. HTML, let me go to the first one. Probably in here I will have something. Groups. CSV list of XML IDs, and then they do not tell you exactly what it does, but I'm pretty sure if I do groups equal, let me even create a new group. We can check what's going on. Res groups. Odoo group. Okay. Test Amy group. We have a field which is mandatory, name equal name, and values will be test Amy. Go in the manifest. Let me get the other file, res group XML. Okay, perfect. Sale order new fields groups, and let me sale order revision. How did I call it? Testing group. So we can check now what's going on, but we can try to put a breakpoint in there, and so technically you are allowed to see and edit that field only if you are in that group, because my own understanding is that you might be blocked from doing so if you're not in that group, but we'll see. So the Odoo element is extra, so probably I did something that I was not expected to do. Let me see how you set up the groups. So security, account security, and record, okay. Record ID. Yeah.
ID missing? Or
Yeah, I just basically I think I just used this one in the wrong way. Test Amy group. Test Amy. Then there's another question. Can we know which field triggered the compute method? That's possible. It's not. It's kind of complex to do. I don't know if I will have the time to show it to you, but you have to.
I think not.
How much time do we have left?
3 minutes.
Oh
so-
my god.
Oh, if
Okay.
it can be 10, yeah, we
Okay,
can
so
submit
we'll
longer
try to
than
answer
okay.
this one. Yeah, the other one is complex. There's something like. Wait, I will finish this one, and otherwise I will not answer to any of your questions. So I think I will. Maybe it's better if I finish this one. So we have test Amy group. We added in the field this one. Let me refresh. Okay. A little bit of time. Okay, so we have the
So far it seems
good.
good.
So let's go and let's create a server action, update field, and I say execute code, model sale order, records, a new field equal 3. And then I will say create contextual action. So now it should appear on the top right.
Mm-hmm.
Update field. Okay. So this might even fail because I put no, actually because it's not a group.
Okay.
I will have the user error because I you do not have enough rights to access the field new fields on sale order. Please contact the administrator. So actually I think that what you ask is already implemented. So I don't have that group.
Okay.
I try to edit it
Yes. Okay.
and I get an
So
error.
groups on field that can be checked quite easily, in fact, because if you go in a few, what could you have? I would be surprised, but I may be wrong. Let's imagine that we have the margins. We don't show it on the portal, but it's also not showing it. You don't want it to be accessible through the API, otherwise people could, because they know Odoo,
Exactly.
they could access it. So maybe we have that there.
In
I-
that case, there's even like you need to make explicitly some fields whitelisted. Where is it? This is what you have in. I don't know if I have the website module, but if you do have it installed, and we can install it quickly, or the e-commerce, which is even better. This is loading. Maybe we can for this part of the revision we could continue next time.
Okay.
But I would like also to see if I can show the whitelist part and the very quickly the field that triggered the computation. So we can try to go in the sell order line.
Also, I'm rereading this. It's making it read-only or making it invisible per. No, okay, invisible. So yes, wait again, yeah. Or read-only with a group. Okay, it's not exactly that. In fact, well, read-only on your side it was, I have the feeling that how it is implemented with the group is not even read-only, is that you don't see the value.
Yeah,
That's it, huh?
yeah.
I'm correct? Well,
But this is both, like basically if I would put that field in the view and I don't have the group, I
Yeah.
don't see it.
and
but
there's not
even-
error triggered.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And if I try to edit it, like I did from the server action,
Ah, yes, okay.
so I'm
okay.
not allowed to edit it.
Okay, great. And I was having a look at the margin because I was mentioning that, and indeed you have the groups there on the margin fields on a sell order line, because that's the kind of thing that typically you know that portal users would have access to the sell order in general, but couldn't have access to those kind of information. Okay, sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, sorry. And I wanted to see if we have it in the sell order line, if we have a computed field, compute product template. This is a good one. Well, if you are lucky, you have one dependency. That's
Mhm.
the thing that triggered your change.
Okay. That's how you do. You try to find something that depends of only your field, but then you
but
could do it from the server action as well, because then you can say, well, it's not exactly the same. It's on UI change, so I guess it's not.
But this one is, I think, more interesting because, for example, the name
Uh-huh.
has way more complex dependency because you have 3 fields and you want to know which one of these ones triggered the change.
Mhm.
And skip and start from scratch. Still default, whatever. Use default theme. Close. Let's see. I want to skip this one because I don't care too much about the website itself. So if I go now in the fields, I should have something like blacklisted in web forms.
Ah, yes.
So
Okay.
by default, some fields are not even allowed to be displayed in form views, and you have to do the effort of making them available. Then last option, I'm sorry if we maybe didn't answer all the question and we didn't show everything, but add a product, I add one, name. Okay, you need to go a little bit deep into the stack trace, but generally the first question that I should ask you as a technical consultant is, why do you need to find that out? Because generally that's not relevant, because computed fields should be computed kind of regardless of who trigger what. If you generally, from what I saw with other colleagues, if you need at some point to check, if I change this field, I should compute my fields differently, you shouldn't use a computed field. You should use something else. You should maybe use a on change, maybe you should use the write method and override it. That's absolutely it. And then if you want to, you need to, now we have way too many things, but if just to cut it short, you need to dig into the compute field value function, and even in the determine method and in compute value and apply except missing. All of these fields, and especially the recompute, with some time, I remember that I had to spend like a Friday afternoon to investigate the issue properly, but that was to debug something else. That's not, generally you don't need to know which field trigger what if you want to use a computed field. If you need to do that, override the write method and you can check it there. You can check which fields are changed and see what does what, because the recompute is also done more, I might say something that is not completely right, but more or less statically, like Odoo has like this tree of dependency of, if you change these things, this other stuff will change. So I don't know, like I wouldn't try to spend too much on it, but you have to really check in the recompute, compute value, compute field value. I don't have enough time to dig too much into that. I feel we are over time, and but yeah, you should do that. It's possible, not so easy. It's possible.
Okay, so I suppose that next time we meet here,
Yes.
we'll finish the revision thing.
Exactly.
and
Yes.
show the rest of it together. All right, thanks a lot. I see we had a lot of questions. Some of them were functional. If we didn't have the time to answer, we can review that next week. Maybe there was a quick one, in fact, that I've seen just at the end from Maxime de Reef about being possible to receive from a customer email, create a customer order with the information, but that would need development. Like you need to parse
Yeah.
the content of the email that we
Yeah.
receive to create a sale order. So that is doable, but not like this. So a
Exactly.
bit complicated, but it's doable. First step would be, okay, let's have a alias where you receive based on the email you know with the customer, and then you output the message so that you have it on the right and you can create the things manually first. So that's already part of the automation, but finding the product, the reference, the quantities and so on would mean parsing the content and
Yeah, and also, I would say that it's always better to maybe do it manually, because maybe the user, I don't know, it depends on how you parse it, but the customer could send you, can you sell me a MacBook for 10 euros? And then you pass a product sale.
That is a good one.
Yes, so I would be careful. But
so that is true, this one. Otherwise, why not using a web shop? Because in a way that's already better. People could select quickly the products they want. That's the first answer. Otherwise, if the person in front of you uses Odoo, now since version 18, what you do have is that if they create a purchase order on their side, they send you the PDF. Odoo reads the PDF, and in fact there is a bit of XML inside, and we can create the sale order based on the purchase information. So if luckily the person is in front, this one also a bit faster for selecting the product. So other possibilities, what you're asking for is possible, but be ready for some development.
Exactly.
All right, when do you come back?
Whenever you want.
All right, we are going to try to organize something where we would have a meeting every month or every 2 months. So that would be good because we have quite a few technical questions being asked, and I'm not the good person for that. He is, so it's better to have him around. So maybe with another guy from the no, I was going to say R&D, but no.
I mean, someone from R&D wants
could
to
be
come.
as well.
Yes, if they want to come.
Exactly. So we'll see. Okay, thanks a lot for joining, guys. See you next time.
Thank you. Thank you, Antoine.
Thanks, Amy.